Shop conversation, guys. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. So Deontay Wilder said something. He says Eddie Hearn is a white man milking a black man. Is that the exact quote? And it's refreshing to see someone at the top of their prospective career or prospective goals, and they're awake. They're woke, as the term is in today's society. It feels good, man. And that's one of the reasons why I literally will fuck with Deontay Wilder until the wheels fall off. You know what I mean? Um, you know, he's a man on a mission. He's a man at the apex of his confidence and I competed in sports my entire life. Um, and when you have a man at the height of his athletic ability and walking into the height of his consciousness, it's a beautiful thing to see and watching it unfold. Because the first fight I covered of Deontay Wilder was at the StubHub Center when he knocked out literally a cab driver. So I don't know who it was, but the first big fight I covered was Bermain Stavern 1. And Bermain Stavern 1. And he looked like a small forward. I think I wrote that in my article, was that I look like Bermain Stavern is fighting Scottie Pippen, a darker version of Scottie Pippen. I was trying to give a visual for the readers. And, and he wasn't as vocal as he was. He was always intense. He always had the intensity in his eyes. And it's to take this conversation to a higher level, it's always important that we recycle, educate, and employ each other. The two great examples I'm going to give you guys is one, LeBron James. We all know about his core four, his teammates, his business partners are all his childhood friends. He put a couple through college so they can actually be a part of his team. The other one is Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart doesn't get enough, although I'm up and down with Kevin Hart. But more importantly, when you always see Kevin Hart, he's always surrounded by black men, and he employed those black men. They travel with him on his private jet. I don't know if it's his private jet, but I've seen them together in many different public settings and private settings, through his social media outlets and hanging out with other people. So it's essential that we support and want others to propel. And I genuinely believe there's more people in our society that wants each other to succeed versus fail. But we all know drama and hatred sells more than positivity, But I without a shadow of a doubt, know and believe um, there are more positive black people in this world than negative that want each other to succeed. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's just a beautiful thing. Obviously, I'm rooting hard for Deontay Wilder to win Saturday. Um, it's gonna be fun, but um, what he said trickles down to our neighborhoods. Uh, you have the Asians in the beauty salons. You have um, the Latinos in the hotel industry. It used to be all black in the 60s and 70s. Um, let's see. You know, the the labor industry has gone Latino. I'm talking about in our communities, right? Because I'm always predominantly in the black neighborhoods now, South Central LA and Baldwin Hills and Ladera Heights, um, Inglewood area, and we have to get back to that. You know, um, My first phone call, typically, if I need some form of assistance, is a is typically a black man or a black company. Um, sometimes I win with them, sometimes I lose with them. I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I reached out to employ a couple of black men before I actually hired a Latino guy full time to be my handyman. I actually reached out and tried and tried and tried, but it 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 generally didn't work out. It didn't work out, so I ended up hiring a Latino guy work with me full time. But um, our first phone call, if we can help it, maybe second phone call, should be, or not should be, hopefully can be our, you're not obligated to do this, is to support each other. I try and recycle as much as I can. I always take my son on black excursions, you know what I mean? I always take him with me as much as I can. But it's just a beautiful thing, man. When you hear Deontay Wilder say, I don't know Eddie Hearn, who he is, but he looks kind of mischievous. You know what I mean? Sly, slick. You know, uh, you know, yeah. He doesn't auspicious. He doesn't come off as real genuine. Like, you know. So, that's typically what I wanted to say. So salute to Deontay Wilder. Um, for being a woke champion, man, for being the baddest man on the planet. I gave him that hashtag. He actually used it today, which is pretty dope. He says, I am the baddest man on the planet. I was the first person to call him that. You know what I mean? And he and I has had great conversations. You guys saw some of the interviews, but off camera, we had some great conversations, man. Great conversations, man. He's an upstanding man. Like, upstanding. He's a gentleman, man, and he feels he's inferior to no one and fearless of nothing. How beautiful is that? You know, I I I can recall, like, I tiptoed in my 20s, right, in terms of my consciousness, but I'm 40 now, so I can literally see the steps that I take when I look at my life from like 50,000 feet. I can see myself growing in stages, like from a simulation to wanting to look rich and not be rich, to now wanting everyone to succeed. You know what I mean? Giving tidbits, you know what I mean? And I'll say this just to be as candidly honest with you. Money makes it easy to be a stand-up black man in this country. And I want you guys to fully grasp what I'm saying, because Christianity teaches you that money isn't everything. Give, 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 give. And I don't know what the percentages is, but I can either say that the Christian or Southern Baptist permeates the black community. And I want us to understand that um, financial literacy and financial independence will make you the leading candidate for your optimal, woke stage. You understand what I'm saying? Um, and that's one of the big. I'll save that for another video, but just to encourage everyone, uh, seek financial literacy and financial independence, because I'm pretty sure a huge part of Deontay Wilder's transformation came when he realized, when he woke up one morning and said, I don't really have to adhere to a white man today. I'm a millionaire. And by the looks of it, I'm going to be a millionaire for a long time if my financial literacy continues to increase. You know, that would be a great question to ask him next time I see him. I should see him soon because he's going to start coming to LA a whole lot often when we spoke off camera. So he's going to get his Hollywood thing going on. He's already started. He's in a reality show or something like that now. Uh, but yeah, man, I'll hit my DM on Instagram and remind me to do a video on financial literacy and financial independence. And I think I'm only an expert on myself, so I'll tell you my experiences, and I'll um, I'll put that in the video, and hopefully it'll inspire and encourage y'all from my life experiences and me growing into my consciousness. But yeah, so I'm tired. My voice is kind of tired. You probably can hear. Dancing with two kids now all day is exhausting, and going to work. You know what I mean? So it, it's a different type of fatigue, man. It's not a fatigue like going to the gym, because going to the gym, you can eat off of them endorphins and or adrenaline. But man, giving two kids baths and playing trains and you know what I mean? Oh man, it's draining. So excuse my voice, but I just put Link in the bed and I'm just debriefing. So but anyways, man, barbershop conversation. Shout out to Deontay Wilder. Um, on Shout out to Deontay Wilder for understanding who he is and the confidence to be who he is in a public setting, which is quite challenging, man. And I encourage every black man to seek their alchemy. Be your own alchemist. You understand what I'm saying? So, anyways, man, barbershop conversation, man. Feel free to subscribe button. Talk to you guys soon.